go ahead with the next session, that is the education module. Today, we have a great Toastmaster who is going to deliver a speech on the 5 second rule. What is that 5 second rule? We will come to know. Toastmaster Jawaharlal Balasubramaniam. He is a tour consultant at Walker's Tours, visiting lecturer at Vaikarli International School, Dehiwala, and founder and managing director of JSmart, an e-commerce store. He is a Toastmaster since 2020 and currently serving as the Vice President membership of Rolf Toastmasters Club and Division D Speechcraft Coordinator for 25-26. Let's put our hands together and welcome Toastmaster Jawaharlal on 5 second rule. Toastmaster Jawaharlal, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, for that introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, great. Okay, so good evening once again to all the Toastmasters and guests. So, as you can see on the screen, the 5 second rule. What is this? What is this 5 second rule? Any idea?
I remember it's a popular book written by a Mel Robbins, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that's right. So this concept derives from Mel Robbins. So let's dive into what this rule is all about and how this can be helpful, especially in our Toastmasters journey. So before I begin, let me ask you this question. Can you think of a moment where you had an opportunity that was knocking your door, but you just missed it because something held you back from taking that opportunity? Has this happened to any one of you? Okay. Uh, just excuse me because when I'm sharing the screen, I'm not able to see your responses. So I wanted to make this more interactive session. So I will share my presentation from time to time, but apart from that, I wanted to make this more interactive. So I might ask questions on and off during my session. So I want your responses. So let's make this more interactive. So it's much more helpful for everyone who's present here. So can you think of an opportunity that came your way, but you decided to not take that opportunity because something was holding you back? I'm sure each and every one of you here would have gone through a similar kind of situation, maybe in Toastmasters or maybe at your workplace, in your personal life. So, why does this happen? Something is holding us back. Now, a little while ago, when the Toastmaster of the day was giving his remarks, he was talking about table topic. Isn't that something that we always find it, like whenever a table topic session happens and when the table topic master calls for a volunteer, we would not want to go and put ourselves in front of the stage. Rather, we would just put our heads down and we'll want to hide ourselves from the topic master. I'm sure most of you would have gone through that situation. Or even sometimes there might be instances where you will decide and go to the meeting saying, today I'm going to do a table topic, But the moment the topic master gives a topic, you will start playing a mind game where you will be like, let me take 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and by the time 5 seconds come, somebody else have grabbed that opportunity. So that's something very common, especially in table topics, where you have been given an opportunity to go and speak out, but because of the fear, because of something that's holding you back, you're unable to grab those opportunities, and as a result, someone else takes those opportunities. So what is some this invisible thing that's holding us? The fear. So each and every one of us who are present here in this audience are in Toastmasters because we wanted to overcome our fear of speaking in front of public, um, the fear of self-doubt, overthinking. So these are some of the things that we wanted to overcome, which is why we are here. So every time we get an opportunity, this fear comes in front of us and blocks us from taking those opportunities. And Toastmaster of the Day also mentioned about this fact, hesitation. We hesitate to take those opportunities, grab the opportunities that comes to us. And with this, we are not just losing an opportunity, but we are losing a platform, or we are losing a golden opportunity to prove ourselves to the rest of the world. So let me just quickly take back to my presentation. So why do we hesitate? So there's, if you look at the hesitation in this angle, there's 3 stages in our life. So basically, we the ones who do not want to take any opportunities, take any chances or risks, would always prefer staying in this comfort zone. So we were in this stage once. Maybe before we joined Toastmasters, we would have been in this comfort zone where we did not want to take up any chances. We did not want to go in front of the stage and speak. But the moment we joined Toastmasters, we might have slowly moved from comfort to learning stage. Now, in the learning zone, we do take up chances, but then does it happen consistently is a question mark. So sometimes we might come for a meeting, do a speech, and then we might not do any role or speech for the next 2-3 months. So we are learning, but then the progress might be very slow. But where does the real transformation happen? That is when you consistently do the speeches, consistently be involved in the meetings, take up roles, speeches. That's when the growth happens, and that's when the transformation happens. So I want you to take a moment to ask a question to yourself. Where in this are you currently in? Are you in the comfort zone, learning zone, or the growth zone? So take a moment to just question yourself. Am I in the growth zone? You're doing well. Perfect. If you're in the learning zone, it's time for you to consistently come for meetings, do the roles, speeches, contest to move into the growth zone. If you're in the comfort zone still, it's time that you need to pull your socks up and get into the learning zone slowly and then move into the growth zone. So now we come to the most important part, the 5-second rule. So what is this 5-second rule? So according to Mel Robbins, so she had written a book, The 5 Seconds Rule, and in this she has discovered a concept called the 5 Seconds Rule. So now, if we take the example of, let's say, the table topic session, when the table topic master asks a volunteer, we usually tend to count from 1 to 5 in ascending order. 1, 2, so in this way. So You'll be like, I should try the table topic today. By this time, 2 seconds come, you'll be like, I have not done it. Should I do it today? And then by 5 seconds, you will be like, I'll do it next time. So you're trying to find excuses to postpone it to the next time. I think we might have all been in this situation when we do table topics, or even when sometimes when we take speeches or roles, this might have happened. But what is this 5 second rule? We go the opposite. Instead of counting from 1 to 5, we count backwards from 5 to 1. Because when you count backwards, you have to end at 1. So there is no way to go to the minus side. So in that way, you're not giving an excuse to your brain, but you would definitely go for it. So the next time you get an opportunity, whether your VP Education asks you to do a role at the club meeting, or if they ask you for challenges, maybe the VP Education might come and ask you to compete because the contest season would be coming soon. Or if they ask you for a leadership role, maybe to take up an exco position, maybe to take up a position in the area level, district level, in the division level, or maybe to take up leadership role within the club, to head a project. Use this 5 second rule. Within 5 seconds, take a decision and say yes. Now, I've learned one thing in Toastmasters is that when you commit, you will not back out from that. So say yes, and then you have time to prepare. Don't wait until you prepare and then say yes. That preparation will not never come. Instead of preparing and then saying yes, say yes and then you prepare. The moment you say yes, you have given a word, so you need to make sure that you fulfill that. So you will automatically start preparing for it. So by that way, you will be able to commit to what you said yes for. So before you're ready, say yes, whether it's for your speech, whether it's for the leadership role, whether you're doing a presentation for the first time, say yes. Prepare, but preparation happens after commitment. If you're committed, you can prepare and do well. So I would want, so let's do a small activity. So I want everybody to take 5 seconds. So I'm going to count 5 to 0 backwards. And in that 5 seconds, you might be postponing certain things in life. You might be postponing maybe your next speech, maybe a leadership role, maybe you wanted to start a business or something, but you have been postponing. So I want you to take 5 seconds to think about something that you have kept on postponing and take a quick decision on what that is in the next 5 seconds. And you need to commit yourself to achieving that somehow, maybe in the next, depending on what your task is. If it's a speech, maybe at the next meeting you could give that speech. So I'm going to ask each and every one of you to share what your commitment is. So let's start the activity. So I'll be counting from 5 to 0 backwards. So in 5 seconds, you will need to decide on something that you have been postponing, what it is. Are we ready? Okay, so let me start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so shall we start? So can we start with we'll go with TMOD. So can we hear from you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah, actually, whenever I go out, either travel to India or wherever I go, I purchase a lot of books. But to start reading, it's very difficult. Either I start one or two pages and then I stop. I have accumulated huge number of books, but for reading, yes, I made to start. I believe I will start very soon reading those books what I have already bought and kept in my library.
Okay, great. So can we hear from Toastmaster Paramesh?
Actually, after a COVID, I become a couch potato. So every morning, I think like I need to start exercising at least by start walking. And then I will come out of my home. I'm living in Bangalore. I will see the weather and I go back to sleep again.
Okay. I'm also in that state. I wanted to do like long distance running, but same like your situation. I also need to do that. So can we hear from Toastmaster Manoj?
Hello, everybody. I'm not in the habit of postponing things. I do whatever comes in my way. So
Okay.
currently, I'm busy, as I say, doing nothing. So for doing nothing, I need not postpone anything.
Thank you. And can we hear from Toastmaster Bhuwana?
Yeah, good evening, all. And I would say, basically, being a working woman and also managing the family part, at times, in terms of the fires at home, in terms of cleaning, I'm referring to, at times I postpone. But thankfully, I just thought I should do after August 17th because I'm just being in the transit of moving to another company. But somehow I just started. So I don't have to have this procrastination further, is what my thought is. And another part is like I do videos for Insta on terms of educational part. So what happens is weekly three. Okay, this is enough. Then we can do for the next week, maybe by Saturday or Sunday, something like that. But somehow it gets collapsed and it doesn't match with the time, and I have to urge at the last moment, kind of. So that I have to stop.
Thank you. Can we hear from Toastmaster Sangeeta?
Hi, Toastmaster Jawaharlal.
Yeah.
So I'm broadcasting about reading books
Okay.
because I thought of learning a lot in books, but I always bring books from library. But somewhat I'm lazy. I'm always like hesitate to read the books. But I'm interested to do the continuous reading. Yeah, hope I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Kishal?
About focusing two things. One, learning a new skill, video editing. I'm very much interested in video editing, but because of the studies and also the time, I'm procrastinating with many things. And also reading a book. Also, see what some books and kept in my library, but I don't read that. I want to read books.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Ganesh? Toastmaster Ganesh? Okay, we'll move on. Toastmaster Kavitha?
I would like to change my sleeping habit. So I will.
Okay. Toastmaster Anbarasan?
For me, actually, I was Ramani sir said I have I wanted to read books, but so far I don't know that how to start and how to finish it. If I start one page, I will I switch over my mind and I will kept aside and I do other activities. I don't know that the proper way that what needs to be done to complete read a book. Just recently I started that habit, but still now I'm struggling to find out that how do we forward the things in next step. And I think that that is the thing which I need to change.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Caroline?
Hi, Toastmaster Jawahar.
Yeah.
For me, I think during COVID, there were a lot of these projects that most of us started. So for me, I come from a family, my grandfather, my great grandfather, all of them were violin makers. They used to make violin. So I was very, very passionate about learning the violin. So during COVID, I was very enthusiastic. I went to the musical shop and I bought the best violin there. I went for a couple of classes, and after that, the lockdown was lifted. Once the lockdown was lifted, then we went back to work. I work in the hospital, so we had to, there was a lot of backlog, and then, I was trying to finish all my work. I was always like thinking, okay, I need to go back, I need to go back. Suddenly, there was a music teacher who took tenantship in our complex, and that was a wake up call. I was like, okay, now I can go because he is like really close by. I don't even have to get ready and go. Maybe I should go and learn violin. So yeah, though it's a very melancholic instrument, I think that maybe I should go back to learning the violin for all the hard work that my ancestors have put into making that instrument.
Okay, thank you. And Toastmaster Ezhilarasan?
Hi, Jawahar. Actually, for me, I feel ashamed to tell about that. 25 years back, I thought of learning Hindi, but still it is in the same stage only. That is my biggest procrastination. Even though in my workplace, around me, all are talking Hindi. In that situation also, I could not complete my Hindi learning process. Still, it is in progress only. My brother went to Gujarat for 1 month. When he came back, he started talking very fluently. Still, I felt very shame. So here, when I reached Qatar, Arabs started talking Hindi. Even Filipino, Indonesian people started talking Hindi. Because everybody is in that situation. Even though I am in that situation, I could not learn. I feel ashamed of that. At least after this speech, maybe I need to put some more effort. I downloaded a Duolingo app and tried to talk with people, but I don't know why I'm not learning Hindi. Because of that, I could not travel in North India to visit some temples. So many things are there, but the learning Hindi process is in progress only, never completed. That is my biggest procrastination.
Okay. And Toastmaster Sivaranjani?
Hello, good evening. Uh, Nowadays, the biggest obstacle is that fiddling with this social media. I am sitting in a different place. My volume is audible.
Yes.
Yeah. So this, I always want to put a full stop. It's not a comma. Want to put a full stop on fiddling with all this almost unnecessarily fiddling with this social media apps, which kills my time. Like I will take oath and I just, you know, refrain from doing it for 1 week and then again I will continue that work. But then, very wholeheartedly, I would like to keep a pause for all these things because it kills my time and it sucks all my energy out of me. So probably I should have a great control over handling social media, I believe.
Okay. Toastmaster Swaminathan?
Yeah.
So Toastmasters, my one thing I have been trying to do and I have been postponing is cooking more regularly because that's something I have been working on to eat mindful. So start cooking more regularly, but it has been on and off. Yeah. So that is one thing I'll try to.
Okay. And Toastmaster Ganesh?
Yes, Toastmasters Jawaharlal. Can you repeat the question once more?
Yeah. So if you're given just 5 seconds to think about something that you have been postponing, what would it be? Like you wanted to take a
Okay,
decision?
5 things which I'm postponing.
Yes.
And I want to
So
do those.
something that you have been postponing, but if you're given 5 seconds to take a decision, I'm going to continue that, what would it be?
Okay, so if I've given 5 seconds, what I would do, yeah. So I would start doing exercises on the regular basis, which I was doing in the past, then stopped, and I would like to continue this practice so that I can give more attention towards my fitness. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I think each and everyone in the audience, except for Toastmaster Manoj, have been postponing some or the other things.
And
Because
also
our
for
brain,
Javagar. Javagar can
yes.
share himself.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, now I used to do this long distance running, like 5 kilometer runs at least once or twice a week. But after getting into work and all, it's been very hectic. So I don't feel like waking up early in the morning and going for the run. So that's something that I would want to keep continuing, at least from this coming week onwards. So we have all been trying to find excuses to postpone things. Our brain is finding excuses to postpone things, whether it's to read a book, to do exercises, or whatever you mentioned. The brain is finding excuses, and one way you can overcome this is to practice this 5 second rule. The moment you take 5 seconds to take a decision, you become more firm with your decision and you start committing yourself, you will be able to see a change. So I think this would be best, especially in Toastmasters, in the case of Toastmasters, where in the meetings, when you're asked to do a role, when you're given a chance to do a table topic session, a table topic, just take 5 seconds to say yes, and then you go, and then you can figure it out. The moment you say yes, everything will fall in place. But if you are not going to say yes, you will not grow and you will be in that comfort zone. So, the whole reason why we are joining Toastmaster is to get ourselves away from this comfort zone into the growth zone. So, in order for you to get into that, this 5 second rule, counting backwards, will help you. So, don't give a chance, an excuse for your brain to postpone things. Um, so, so for the next 30 days, I have a small challenge for y'all, that is to volunteer, participate, speak, and lead. So, whenever you get an opportunity to volunteer, take just 5 seconds to say yes, participate, speak, and lead. If you can do this consistently with commitment, you can see a massive change. And that is how all of us are in this level in Toastmasters. If you just recall your the first day that you joined a Toastmasters meeting as a guest and to where you are now, do you see a change in yourself? I'm sure everybody here would agree that you would see a change from where you were on day one of your Toastmasters meeting to where you are now. It's because you have been keeping on coming to this platform again and again. But just coming alone will not be adequate, but you need to commit yourself to doing more speeches, roles. The more you get committed to these things, only then you can see the real transformation. So the next time you get an opportunity, this 5 seconds, think of this as not 5 fingers, but an opportunity for you to lead, an opportunity for you to make a change within you. So I would like to end by urging everyone, make use of this 5 second rule. Don't give a chance for your brain to postpone things. Rather, take 5 seconds to say yes and then prepare. So, because if you are trying to prepare and then say yes, that opportunity will not come again. So, say yes and then prepare. You can figure it out. Even this keynote session, when Toastmaster Kavitha asked me to do a keynote session, I said yes. After that only I decided I will do on the keynote on this topic. So so I leave you with this thought. Take 5 seconds to say yes, and then you can prepare. You can see a massive change in yourself. That's it from me, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much. Big round of applause to Toastmaster Jawahar Balasubramaniam. Excellent topic. Say yes. Yes, that is what is required. And we will grow. There shall be any hesitation. Come forward. Say yes. We will go from stagnation to learning and then growth. Thank you very much once again. So we all